Yo, what's up, guys? You're watching the Quezt, and I'm your host, the guy they left in charge, the El Capitan, the Capitan, Robert Dylan Vasquez. What's up, guys? We're out here on a Friday night for episode 38. It is 10/1/21. It's Schpoopy season. It's spooky season, guys. Do you have your Halloween outfits picked out? Are there pumpkins on your porch? Do you have your pumpkin spice lattes? Because if you don't, it's too late. It's 10/1/21. People are already on that shit. Last time I left you was a Friday night, early Saturday morning for some, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday for some, Wednesday, Thursday for some. Saturday night, I got to watch UFC 266, Volkanovski versus Ortega. Fantastic night of fights. Great night of fights. One of the bouts featured my favorite fighter of all time, Nick Diaz. Coming off a 6-year layoff. Fight was at welterweight, 5-round fight. Just the circumstances leading up to the fight, it was tricky. It was fishy for me. It was an interesting experience. I say interesting because I didn't have fun. I didn't hate it, but I didn't have fun watching it. It was like watching my brother fight. I got clammy hands and shit. So the reason I got clammy hands is seeing interviews prior. Nick is not, I say this like I know him, but he's not the one to like babble on. He's very selective in what he says, very calculated, unlike me. He just doesn't ramble, but he was showing signs of just not wanting to be there. He fought Robbie Lawler 17 years ago, signed to fight him on 6 weeks' notice. It was a little more than that, but I couldn't imagine the stress and anxiety of like, he said something was fishy with his management, so I don't know, I wasn't there. This is the Nick Diaz we got in April. Fit as a fiddle. I don't really like that saying, but I said it anyways. Ready to do work, ready to do something. And then somewhere along the lines, this is the Nick Diaz we got September 25th. We got thick Diaz. No. I don't know what happened. A lot of like stress, depression, anxiety, that'll do it to you. You're already fighting in a cage in front of 20,000 people in your underwear. So the job is already stressful enough. So I don't know what happened. More details are coming out soon, like as the days go on. So I'll let you guys know when I know. How about that? Shout out to Nick Diaz. Put on a solid performance. Wasn't the Nick Diaz of old, but he threw 150 punches in the first round. After 6 years off, he put on a show for the people. That's what he does. That's what he does best. Shout out to Nick Diaz. Watched the rest of the fights. Amazing fights. Saw one of the best 145-pound fights I've ever seen in my life. Sunday, went back to work like nothing happened. Monday, Tuesday, I did not train due to mental health. Take care of yourself. I usually just put my head down and keep going, but nah, not this week. Had a great dinner Wednesday with Belle. Shout out to her. Love you, sugar. Thursday, went to the Comedy Zone. Had a great night at the Comedy Zone. Shout out to Matt Addy. It was his first time hosting at the Greenville Comedy Zone. Always a good energy. Said some very kind things to me after the show, so shout out to him. I'll put his socials in the bio. I recognized the guy from the Art Bar like 3 years ago. I did a set at this place called the Art Bar in Columbia, and I recognized this guy Thursday night, and I was like, that's not him. It is him. For sure it's him. My memory served me right. It was him. Because I nudged Miranda, and I was like, that's the guy from the Art Bar 3 years ago. She goes, oh, really? How do you know? Because I got an elephant brain up here, girl. I know because I went up to him after the show and I was like, hey, are you that guy? He goes, I am that guy. And I was like, you're not that guy, pal. And he goes, I am that guy, pal. No, it turned out to be the guy. So shout out to my elephant brain. Hey, where's the elephant in the room? It's right here. On to the next thing. If you guys remember a couple months ago when we first started to get the ball rolling on this thing, first started to get the wheels turning, I had a Little Debbie tournament, a bracket-style tournament where a randomized bracket-style tournament where your favorite Debbie cakes went head-to-head and there was a champion. It ended up being Christmas tree cakes. They're the best. So this time around, it's time for another tournament, guys. I'm here to announce another tournament. Announcement! I don't have the bracket set up yet. I just wanted to get you guys in the know about the cereal tournament because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a cereal tournament, guys. Send in your cereals. They're going to go head-to-head, and may the best cereal win. That's all I have to say about that. I'm definitely... Don't make me put Crave in there. I don't want... Shout out to Google Images for that. Cereal tournament, guys. Tell your weird friends. Hey, so this is what's going on my friend's podcast. He's having a cereal tournament. Oh, really? A cereal tournament? Yeah, a cereal tournament. What's your favorite cereal? Me? I like cornflakes. If I can get off the screen. So, on to the next thing. I wanted to show you guys this because apparently earlier in the week I thought it was funny. And apparently every time I see a video like this, I go, in my head or out loud, I go, Eli. So shout out to this kid and shout out to my brother Eli.
Wait a second. What did you think about the ride?
It was great. And apparently, I've never been on live television before.
Hey, no shit. Don't look at me like that. Stop staring into the screen. Edward Sheeran.
But apparently sometimes I don't watch I don't watch the news.
Who does? Who watches the news? Raise your hand if you watch the news. Enzo, put your fucking hand down.
Because I'm a kid, and apparently Grandpa just gives me a remote after we watch the Powerball.
I just want to see that part again.
Apparently Grandpa just gives me a remote after we watch the Powerball.
Oh, dude. Apparently that kid's awesome. He is. No lie, that kid's awesome. I just wanted to bring you guys that. That video is like 7 years old, has like 55 million views. Apparently that kid's just intrinsically funny. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. We've just been firing through these last couple episodes because I don't want to keep you guys too long. I tell you all the time, this is the podcast to watch when you're taking a dump, when you're driving to work, when you're driving from work, when you want to have a silly time. This is not to educate you. Do I have to put like a warning in the middle or a warning at the beginning? It's like, hey, this isn't a podcast to, I don't know, invest too much time in. So that's why I'm making these short and sweet. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Tell your weird friends. We got a cereal tournament coming up. Include them. They don't have to subscribe. Just you. You're in the know. This is a select few people, all right? Consider yourself lucky. No. I consider myself lucky that I get to come to you guys every week and Babylon. So shout out to all the Questers out there. Thank you for watching. We made it. We made it to the Imprint of the Week, Robert. So let's keep the train going. On to the Imprint of the Week, brought to you by Imprint Jones in the Imprint Jones District. If you had the chance to collab with your favorite celebrity or fighter or comedian, what would you choose as the project and what would the premise behind it be? Okay, so I don't really like many celebrities. Keanu Reeves. I like Leo. Shia LaBeouf got really weird like in recent years, so I think it would be interesting to hang out with him. But for a project, I don't think I'm going to do any projects with celebrities because that's going to be like movie, TV show related. That shit just gets kind of boring. I don't know. Acting is boring. If you really stop and think about it, they have to get the perfect line every time. Nobody can be like, what's her name? Hermione. One take Watson. Shout out to Emma Watson. I don't like Emma Stone. I've realized that in the last couple of years. I don't know what I have against Emma Stone. Emma Watson. I'm not doing anything with a fighter because the project with a fighter probably going to be a fight, you know? So, I'm not doing any projects with any fighters. Comedians are where it's at. That's one of the reasons I go to the Comedy Zone. I just want to be around funny people. I want to laugh. That's one of my favorite things to do, is just laugh and laugh and laugh. I like being around friends, and I like being around comedians, because that's where I shine, dude. So I would probably get with my 2 favorite comedians, which it's possible now more than ever, just because they're kind of like halfway canceled. So Chris D'Elia and Brian Callen, I'd get with them, and we do some sort of like prank show, like Impractical Jokers, Punked, and something like that. Not trying to, bite their style or rip them off or whatever, but I just feel like it would be so funny. It would be such a good time just chilling with those guys, because they're already like together, like one of the funniest pairs out there. So the time is now. Chris, Brian, call me up. I'm ready whenever. The premise behind it would just be to laugh, just to make everybody laugh. That's what I try to do wherever I go, whether I'm at work, in public, at the Comedy Zone. As Chris would put it, I'm down for a silly goose time, and that's it. What they do outside of comedy, I can't speak on that. I wasn't there. But in the comedy realm, that's what I would do. A prank show. Let's go. Let's go, Imprint Jones. I love the Imprints. Shout out to Chris D'Elia and Brian Callen. Fucking. On to the question. How would you handle an interview setting? I think I would love it, honestly. Like the lights, like a one-on-one questionnaire. Now, I don't know. It sounds selfish and it sounds really self-absorbed, but the storytelling. I don't know whether I would want like a documentary style or like where I'm fucking sitting there, like legs just. Yeah, and that's an event in my life that really broke me mentally, or I don't know. I feel like just to get this is what this kind of is, an interview. I have segments that set up how I feel about certain things, or like the unlocking memories that we're gonna get to in a minute. I like doing that. It's like I'm logging it into this library where I can go back and watch and like, oh man, I do remember that, or I can't believe I talked about that. It's usually this one, like, I can't believe I said that. But it would be cool to just watch it back, get asked interesting questions about me, and not even like, oh, I'm so interesting, but getting asked questions and coming to self-realizations about myself. Like, if you don't ask yourself questions and find out things about yourself, how do you know who you are? I'm constantly trying to learn stuff about me. What's wrong with me, what I like about me, what my morals are, just all kinds of stuff. So it would be interesting in any setting, to get interviewed. I feel like it would be fun. Documentary, one-on-one, magazine article, any of that shit. So interview me. Ask me questions. Anything you want to find out, I'm pretty much an open book. That's interesting. Like, even if it's for like a school paper. I remember this kid that was with the school paper. He goes, "What was your favorite part about being a senior?" And I just had to think on it. And he's like, "Wow, you're putting a lot of thought into this, huh?" And I'm like, "I'm just trying to think of a really good lie." So I was like, me and Alex, we hijacked the lift, and we spray painted the ceiling, and we shit on the wall. And he's just like, whatever. Whatever, dude. I think an interview would be whatever I made it. That's all I can say about that. How would you guys handle an interview? Do you think that's like, would you see it as like an invasion of privacy? That's the word I was looking for, invasion. I don't know. It depends on what they asked about. Obviously, if they asked about my dad, I don't know how I would react to that. I don't know how immature my life would seem if it was a short interview. If I had the longevity, if I had the opportunity to actually tell the whole story, I think that would be interesting. Instead of me, oh, well, I had to do it. I had to do this because this happened. It's like, it doesn't sound too calculated. My life isn't. My life is chaos. And that's where we're going to leave that. We're going to leave it with chaos. L-I-C. Life is chaos. Lick 'em, you know? On to the unlocking memories. Let's get this shit over with. So I had Miranda pick a number between 5 and 25, and she said 17. So I'm going to take you guys back to a time where your boy Robert was 17. If not 17, I was just turning 17, went down to the beach, had a recording session with my boys Jordan, Kevin, and Kyle. Shout out to Kevin and Kyle. I ain't seen them in a while. Shout out to Jordan. Jordan texted me this morning, and the only reason I'm going to read this is because, or he texted me late last night, actually. He goes, you ever poop? Or you ever go Super Saiyan when you go poop? Now, he knows it's Super Saiyan. He's just saying Super Saiyan to piss me off. And I was like, I've been constipated. I've just had to dig in there and get him out. But to answer your question, never wanted to pop a blood vessel pushing too hard. And he replies, like, you've never pushed one out so hard you were yelling? Yelling? I said, no, not yelling. He goes, I swear it's been like that for me every time I poop lately. I said, Jordan, yelling? And he said, screaming, like I'm having a baby. So, shout out to Jordan. Went down to the beach. This is when we wrapped. Went down to the beach and had a recording session with Kevin and Kyle, Atlantic opening, and we made a fire track. It's called Party All Night. That's all I have written down is Party All Night. We were recording in, I think, Eli and Jarvis is a different Eli. Eli and Jarvis, they did their own thing while me and Jordan stayed the night in this like pool house. And there was this chick. I fell asleep in the closet because I got too fucked up. There's this chick that had a Ford Loco. And she was like trying to throw it at me. Like open the door and throw it at me. So Kevin like grabs her wrist. And she goes. And it just hits me in the back. I don't remember this. But yeah, bitch threw a Ford Loco at me. Shout out to her. But we got a lot done this weekend. Or that weekend. And this is what happened. This is what we came up with. Okay? This is Party All Night. I bring you guys this because I had a really fun time recording it. And I don't know. I don't know. This is what you get when Miranda picks 17.
You think you know, or you got no fucking idea. Partied all night, partied all night, and we partied all night. I partied all night, and we partied all night. Partied all night, and we partied all night. Partied all night.
Hey, where the party at? Rolling ain't deep in a Cadillac. Sour searching in this bitch, don't give a fuck. I'm staying rich. Pace, no final frontier. Dancing all night till the sun appears. Bring it down hard like gravity. And I'm sorry, easy man, get mad at me. Excuse me, sexy thing. Bring it back to me like a boomerang. I have the bottle, so let's get that poppin'. Party hard like Dennis Rodman.
And we party till the sunrise. And we partied all night, partied all night, and we partied all night, partied all night.
So, that was a lot of fun. You guys got the Robert verse, and that's it. Because Jordan's, I mean, whatever. Jordan's was whatever. He ended up saying something very incriminating. Very. That's why I don't ever bring up the raps. I don't ever bring up the songs. Because your boy was all good. Your boy catered to his audience. Had a fun time doing it. I didn't even write that verse. Kevin wrote that verse. But, yeah. Shout out to the junior boys. Shout out to Atlantic Opening. Party all night. If you're watching, I hope that you're having fun. I'm having fun. This took me a good couple takes. You have to get in the zone to do this, apparently. And apparently, it's really hard to get in the zone when you got outside shit going on. And apparently, outside shit is always going to go on. So apparently, I just need to put my head down and do it. Because apparently, I gotta watch it again. One more time, dude.
Because I'm a kid, and apparently Grandpa just gives me a remote after we watch the Powerball.
Why did he say Powerball like that? Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. Did you guys hear that motorcycle? I'll see you guys next week for episode 39. Same old, same old. We're going to have a fun time. I have an announcement coming. I can't tell you guys yet, but I'm telling you. I can't tell you what it is. I can't tell you when it is, but it's coming. I will see you guys next week. Thank you for coming. Like and subscribe. Send it to your weird friends. I will see you later.